Since the beginning of time, man has found ways to clothe himself. From animal hides to polyester and cotton, it's evident that we've come a long way. But what about our natural state? Nudity has become something of a taboo in our society. So much so, in fact, that it has begun to alter our brain chemistry. This is the story of the Never Nude. Today we have a pretty special guest. Hi Brad, nice to see you here. Brad is a pretty normal dude. Do you know what a Never Nude is?
I'm guessing it's exactly what it sounds like.
It is exactly what it sounds like. Never Nude is a condition in which the person cannot ever fully remove their clothing. Those afflicted often wear some sort of jean cutoffs underneath their clothing instead of being nude.
I just never knew that this was a thing.
How do you think your family would react if they found out you were a Never Nude?
Well, first of all, I don't know how they would find out. I don't regularly see my family nude. But my family personally, I think that they would be very supportive about it. Although
Really?
I could see how many Never Nudes out there in the world might have family struggles about it too.
You guys were not sharing a bedroom before?
Well, the cutoffs aren't exactly a turn-on.
Yeah, what's the deal with the cutoffs?
You've got to promise not to tell anyone this.
Okay.
He's a never nude.
Is that exactly what it sounds like? I thought he just liked cutoffs.
Me too.
So, we ended up wrapping up our interview with Brad, which was very interesting and informative. But we realized we needed to look other places for information. We needed to look for real Never Nudes, who actually aren't that hard to find. Most people are actually quite willing to talk about their condition, like our good friend Donald here.
Donald, you said your name was?
Yeah.
Can we get your name, please?
Charles Bergman.
We started off by asking them where it all began.
When did you discover you were a Never Nude, and how?
Must have been when I was... Well, I suppose it goes all the way back to the way I was raised. Just a little backstory. My parents never really paid much attention to me, and since I had no role models in my life, really, to teach me what it was like to be a normal person, I never really realized that it wasn't normal to never take your shorts off.
Well, I think I wasn't really the one to realize it was my parents, because right from early age, as a baby, like I was born a good 10 pounds, and I had rather beefy arms, and I would fight my mother every day for my diaper to stay on.
Right.
It could not come off. Like I went weeks without diaper changes, just smelling, and they wouldn't take me anywhere. And
I went to bed one night. The next morning I woke up. I just kind of found myself wearing these.
Really?
For no reason. I didn't even know I had them. They were just kind of on. I didn't notice until I went to the bathroom and looked in the mirror. I was wearing these. I couldn't take them off.
Yeah, that's where it started.
I'm sorry.
As you can see, it is a very emotional topic for many Never Nudes. This is the reason that they are cast away from society and not accepted. It can be very, very stressful to live in their condition, and there are many challenges that they face every day, as one would most likely suspect.
If you're asking when exactly, I found out it was when I was 16 years old. A pretty late age for most never nudes to discover.
Definitely.
Yeah. But again, it's just one of those things I never knew until when I was 15, I got my first girlfriend. So, as the months went on, passing my 16th birthday, her and I started to get really physically intimate, and one day we were alone at my house, and as we were getting into it, she tried to pull my pants off. And that's when my whole world fell apart, honestly. I never thought about it. How would I become sexually intimate with a girl if I could never take my pants off? And so, I punched her in the face in an act of desperation, pulled my pants back up, and ran out of my own house screaming and crying.
Excuse me.
Sorry, it's
very... that must have been an emotional moment for you.
It was. It still haunts me to this day.
Well, what did your parents think? I guess they found out pretty soon after.
They shunned me. They shunned me. They kicked me out in the cold wearing these.
So, and your friends?
Can't really call them friends anymore, I guess, because they kind of won't talk to me anymore.
It sounds like you've been through a lot.
Yeah, it really sucks.
What did you do after that day? Did you go and buy your first pair of cutoffs, or?
Well, when it first happened, I thought it was just something I would get over in time. But after, I suppose, 2 months, I realized that I wasn't gonna get over this anytime soon. So I started researching my condition, found out about this whole community of never nudes all across the world, specifically in Germany. Yeah. But so I found out that there was a cutoff convention in Los Angeles, and
that's a big one.
Oh yeah. And so I went there, talked to a lot of people, met some amazing people that I still talk to this day, and I bought my first pair of cutoffs. And I mean, I needed help taking off my previous pants and putting these ones on, but I think that it was worth it.
Finally, we asked our Never Nudes one last question. What would they say to people in their shoes?
Is there anything you would like to tell the young people of today who are struggling with this issue?
I guess it really sucks because you didn't ask for it, but it just kind of happened, and then everybody just treats you like garbage. It's really bad. If you're out there and you're struggling with this, just power through. It's freedom. Nobody's gonna stop you.
I want to tell you that you're not alone, and that it does get better, and that there are literally dozens of us. Dozens.
And so, this drew a close to a very busy day filled with many emotional interviews. However, after Donald and Charles Berkman both left, we had one more very interesting question for our last interviewee.
Well, in today's media, there's a lot of really overtly sexual images, some people would argue. How do you react to that?
I think that the representation of sex and skin in the media is what really creeps under my skin when I cry myself to sleep at night. because it's things like that that make me wish I could be in that position, you know.
Yes.
Things that make me wish I could say, "Hey, world, look at my body." But I just can't.
Never nudes will continue to be outcast and ridiculed in our society for years to come. They will be shunned, but it is our job to help them. We have to remember that acceptance starts with us.